Well, hello. Forgive the lighting in the room. It's a little weird. I was trying to get it to where there was better lighting on my pretty face, but that's a little better. But this is the transition video for this week. I just have to deal with that because I want you to see my guitar. Transition video for this week. There's a couple things we'll walk through. They're real easy, nothing super complicated. We're doing the Beatles tune up top, and then we're going to do the worship set, which is God is Able. What's the one in the middle? Break Every Chain, and then we're closing out with Nothing But the Blood, the Jesus Culture version, which is a little more or less just a verse and a chorus over and over again, and you'll hear the MP3. So the Beatles version of the, and all versions really exist in just side of 3 chord shapes, and adding the 7th or not necessarily, it's just kind of up to you, guitar players, how you want to do that. I think the 7th sounds cool in there. I think too many 7ths might get a little weird. So maybe we just kind of limit those. One of us playing the 7th and maybe the other not. But just the chord shapes are that E with the 7th, that A with the 7th, those simple shapes, and then the B7 chord. And you guys are good. You know all those chords and everything. You can even, I know some of the shapes can exist right down here. That's A7. So the Beatles version pretty much is pretty consistent with this. The best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want money, I want money. That's what I want, that's what I want, that's what I want. Loving them, blah blah blah. But I'm thinking about opening up with a, we're going to give it a try on Sunday. We'll see how it blends in. Open up a little bit more bluesy, and then jamming in on that B7 where it does the, so it'll go something like this. Best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want money. Oh, that's what I want, that's what I want. Loving gives me a thrill, but your love don't pay my bills. I want money, that's what I want, that's what I want. A solo there, so I'm thinking throwing that to you, Peyton. See if you can rock that solo. Create something inside there that's kind of Beatles tasteful, Beatles fashion, whatever the wordage is there. So that's kind of what we're thinking of. So maybe if that blues thing doesn't work, we'll throw it out and just kind of slip into the, just kind of run with that traditional Beatles vibe. But that's what we're working with. Just that E7, A, and then B is the only chords I think we're going to be working with, though. Keep it simple. So as we move into the worship set, there'll be a break between that opening tune and the worship set. We're going to do God is Able in A instead of B. I think the song title has B to the next of it, but you'll see a little note underneath. We're going to do this in A on Planning Center. We wanted to change this up just a little bit. It's not drastic. It's just a little bit when it comes to the song just being, done so much. We were talking about adding a little bit of a difference to it. The difference is just going to come. It's going to be, again, very simple. It's going to come, let's see, we'll do the normal intro, verse, chorus, and the change is going to kind of come when we get to the bridge. And I'll show you what I mean. Second chorus into the bridge. It's going to go something like this. Lift it up, defeated the grave, raised to life, our God is able. In His name we overcome. Oh Lord, our God is able. God is with us. Going for, He'll never leave us. He will never leave us. And God is for us. He has open arms. He will never fail us. 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 There we're going to start the click for break every chain, but we're going to still hang right here in God is able. So it'll be like, oh Lord, our God is able. Oh Lord, our God is able. Oh Lord, our God is able. He is able. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power. So you get it. So the idea in that, Sarah, is we're going to go from Lord God is able. Hang there, give it a little bit of space. And Kevin, as you're singing this, He is able. Oh, He is able. Do that. He is able. Just going to create some space there. Then we're going to move to this. Sarah, that's your cue. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. And then we'll go through the song. I believe that Sabrina added it in, but in that song, there's a build up towards the end. I think after there's an army rising up. There's a breakdown and there's a drum, a created drum build that they did at Hamilton Mill that we're going to implement here this week. And I think that Sabrina has uploaded that. She hasn't. I'll double check and see if we can get that up. More of a tom-driven type of build. I guess they all are, but. And then we're going to come out of that. We're going to do a down chorus at the end. Sarah coming out of Break Every Chain. Maybe like we normally do it, I'm not sure. But just to be clear, we're going to come down with a down chorus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. Break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. Last time, break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. And then so when we just resolve to the A right there, Jared, if you can, we want to resolve to a pad there, kind of a warm, thick, rich pad there that just kind of sits, because also right there in that transition, we're just going to let that moment sit for just a few seconds as we go into what can wash away your sins. So break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. So on that A, and it'll just sit there and just kind of act on it. There's a pad here. And what can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. And I'm flowing. So that's kind of how everything's going to work in the set. Again, we'll walk through that. Watch this video a couple of times because I know there's some mumbling and a lot of pausing as I'm doing this. But those are kind of how the transitions are going to work. Well, hopefully those, in my head, those sound good. So hopefully we can make those happen seamless. As for the last song, Give Me Faith, we're going to start with the bridge. I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, but my God, you never will. I may be weak, but your spirit's strong in me. My flesh may fail, but my God, you never will. I may be weak. that's kind of how that goes. We will craft that accordingly because for time and all that. So because we don't want that to stretch out, that's why we cut it up a little bit. So kind of walk through that structure that I just did a little bit. I know it's a little different than what it normally is, but we just want to make it big and anthemic right there, and then bring it back down. Not draw it out too much, but give a hefty feel there. So other than that, I think we're good. We'll kind of clarify stuff and figure it all out. But as always, it's a pleasure to do this each Sunday. Thankful to get to do it with you guys, and Kevin will be on this week, and that'll be fun. I got to lead with him before, but just dig into the Word, worship amongst yourselves privately as we prepare to do it corporately this week. Prepare, work hard, get it all done so we can feel everyone's comfortable, everyone's very relaxed on stage because we know everything. We're good to go. We can find our worship spot this week. So that's it. I'll be in prayer for this Sunday, for favor and anointing. Good things. All right. See ya.